Get going. Okay, sit yourself onto your left and then come into a good cross-legged position. Just have a little wriggle about on your mat. Just feel that you're sitting with levelness. Hold onto your knees and elevate the heart area up to the ceiling. So quite a few of us, myself included, this morning didn't sleep brilliantly. So yoga on a slightly tired body can be really transformative. So just hold onto your knees, elevate the heart area up to the ceiling, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Just look down at the floor, look at something that isn't moving. Just spend a few moments observing the balance of your seat bones. And you can feel that as you lift the chest. Do the seat bones feel balanced and even? And if they don't, then just adjust at the seat bones. Fill your lungs from the bottom to the top and empty your lungs from the top to the bottom. Fill your lungs from the bottom to the top and empty your lungs from the top to the bottom. Release your knees and bring your hands into Namaste. Pressing the palms firmly together and then allow your eyes to gently close, lengthening from the armpits into the elbows. Squeezing the elbows in towards the heels of the hands and the heels of the hands stretching up into the fingertips. Listen to the sound of the breath as it enters and as it exits. Focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. As you inhale, feel your chest expand upwards and outwards, accommodating the breath. Bringing in energy to the body through the lining of the lungs and into the blood, and the heart pumping that freshly oxygenated blood around every living cell of the physical body. So we engage with our energy through our breath. Draw your chin down to meet your chest. Lift your chest up to meet your chin. Just spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of thankfulness for something or someone or somewhere. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area And then release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Connecting the tip of the index finger with the tip of the thumb, just a gesture of wisdom and peacefulness and physical intelligence that we can carry into our practice. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Just hold onto your knees. Take a really deep inhalation. Lifting the heart area up to the ceiling, and with the exhalation that follows, come to the right side, drawing your abdomen across and your ribs and your shoulders. Using your out breath to intensify the turn. Using your in breath to draw in the energy of the universe into the blood, and the out breath to intensify the pose. So we inhale energy and we exhale power. Come back to the center. Hold on to the knees, take a deep inhalation, and again with the exhalation that follows, turn to the left. Continuing that cycle of energizing inhalation, powerful exhalation. And then gently come back to the center. Come off your knees and come onto all fours. Just come onto all fours and have your hands as wide apart as your mat. So have your little fingers on the edge of the mat, have the thumbs stretching towards each other. Spread in the fingers, spread in the palms, turn your toes under, step back a little, have your feet as wide apart as the mat, and then come up into dog down. So often we go into Adho Mukha Virasana first and then dog down, but it can be an interesting change to come into dog down, or if you're not doing dog down, into dandasana first. Take deep, indulgent inhalations. And inhaling energy and exhaling power, drawing that energy from the breath into the limbs, into the legs, into the arms, into the chest. Come down onto your knees, sit back on your heels for a moment, or sitting cross legs if sitting in Virasana doesn't work for you this morning. Lift up into the chest and just observe the first wave of positive energy that comes over the body just from inverting it or from extending it in Dandasana. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath, just feeling that energy in the skin. Come back up onto your knees, turn your toes under, and then come back up into dog down. So again, or dog down or dandasana, if you're doing dandasana. Just feeling the energy within the physical body. So when your energy feels low, because maybe you haven't slept very well, then we can stretch our energy and we can inhale our energy. So from here we're going to go into dog up. So if you can do dog up, then if you can't, then just stay in the pose that you're in. Otherwise, swing the hips forwards, keep the arms straight, keep the crease of the elbows facing the front, keep the legs off the floor, push into your heels and lift from the abdomen to the diaphragm, to the collarbone, to the chin. If lifting your chin makes you feel nauseous, then just look forwards, push into the heels, lengthen the abdomen forwards, lift up into the chest. Breathing even deep inhalations, keeping the legs straight, keeping the legs activated like you're doing in dog down. And then come back up into dog down, or come down onto your knees and then go back into bandhas. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath, finding your balance of action just from observing the feeling of the body. And then come down onto your knees, sit back on your heels. Just rest in vrksasana for a moment. Again, just observing the energy in the skin. Listen to the breath. Listen to the positive energy of the air that you inhale. And then just one more time coming up into dog down or going back into bandhas. Let your head hang down if you're in dog down. Keep the head erect if you're in bandhas, but just let the head hang down if you're in dog down. Keeping the legs activated, the arms and the spine activated. Keeping the breath activated, continuing to focus on deep inhalations that bring in energy. And then again, we're going to come forwards into dog up. So swing the hips forwards, come up into dog up, push into the heels, lift up into the chest, raising the chest to the ceiling. And then come back into dog down. Or into bandhas. And then step your feet forwards, come up into a standing position, get a couple of blocks for your hands. And then have your feet as wide apart as your mat. Lining the edge of your feet with the edge of the mat. Lift it up into the chest, winging the elbows towards each other. Try and get the thumbs to touch behind the back. Take a deep inhalation. Get those legs to really activate, tightening the kneecaps, turning the fronts of the thighs consciously inwards like we were doing on Wednesday. So that the backs of the thighs broaden outwards, giving you space in your hips. Take a deep inhalation, and on the following exhalation, come forwards and down, keeping the spine lifted, keeping the head lifted, and then reach down and find the blocks. So be on the highest lift to start off with. Get those legs to activate like you're doing dog down, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards, activating the fronts of the thighs, pushing the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs, pushing the fronts of the knees through to the backs of the knees, hitting the shins back so that your weight is in your heels, and then picking up the seat bones, lifting and extending forward into the chest. You can go down lower and just drop your blocks to the next level. Again, just focusing on this physical sensation of the breath entering the body. So maintaining straight legs, using the out breath to power the pose. If you can go down lower, then you can bring your hands to the floor, projecting the chin and the chest forwards, but keeping the legs activated, keeping the chin and the chest activated. If you can reach around the backs of your heels, keeping the back straight, hinging entirely from the hips, and then draw the chest through the space between the legs. And then release, just bring your hands back to the floor. And then bring your hands to the hips, bend your knees on the way up if you need to, and then come up into Tadasana. Just be in Tadasana, feeling that you're standing with balance. Your legs are activated as though you're still in dog down. Tucking the tailbone in, you're lifting the abdomen to the diaphragm. Pulling the lower ribs towards the spine, lifting the heart area to the ceiling. Finding that energy of the inhalation. Bring your arms out nice and wide in towards your chest, and then step or jump your feet nice and wide. Turn your left toes in, your right leg and foot all the way out. Rotating the legs from the inside out. So it's the opposite direction to Tadasana. Turning the legs out to give you space in the hips, and then reach over and find the shin. Just bring in energy in through the breath, through the in-breath, and using the power of the out-breath to fine-tune your trikonasana, to feel the body, to feel that the feet are in the right place, to turn the front leg and the back leg, to feel that the front leg buttock bone comes forwards a little so it's in line with the heel of the front foot, to turn the abdomen and the chest to face the ceiling, to reach to the ceiling rather than fall to the floor. Just engaging with the energy of the breath. With an out breath, reach up with the top hand, come back to the center, and then swap the feet around, turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out, straightening the legs. Just feel that the feet are in the right place. Let's have a quick look, make sure that they are. Adjust if necessary. Activate your legs, take a deep inhalation. And then reach over, find the shin, turn the chest to face the ceiling. Draw the chest up to face the ceiling, look up to the sky. And then come back to the centre, bring the feet parallel, and then step or jump your feet back together, just come back into Tadasana. Just feel the energy of your body as you inhale and exhale. Filling the body up with the energy of the breath. Turn the palms all the way out, rotating the upper arms in the sockets. Just giving yourself more space to inhale. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Spread the toes of the left foot really wide. Keep that left leg straight, and then bring the right foot up into the inner thigh. So you might need somewhere to help you to balance, so you can use a post in front of you, or you can do this with your back against the wall, or just have a chair nearby that you can just touch the back of the chair just to give you that grounding. Do Tadasana with the leg, turn the standing leg inwards, lift up into the chest, and then raise your arms up to the ceiling. Ideally, your hands are facing each other, palms facing each other, arms parallel. So I have to just make a slight variation of that because I run out of ceiling height, but that's the ideal. So feel where forward is. Sometimes it feels like you roll out to the side. So feel where your feet are, where your big toes are pointing, and that is forward. Just inhale energy, exhale power. And then release your arms, bring the feet back into Tadasana. And then lift up into the chest, spread the toes of the right foot. If you can lift your shorts a bit, just so that skin on skin occurs, then do. Bring the foot up into the inner thigh. Just find where forwards is. By engaging with the big toe. Lift up into the chest, and then raise your arms over your head. Need a bit more ceiling height there. Inhaling energy, exhaling power, turning the energy of the inhalation into power for the body. So feel the energy of the in-breath and then distribute that with the out-breath. Release your arms, release the leg, and then come back into Tadasana, just feeling the energy of the physical body as you inhale and exhale. Just give me a little thumbs up, sideways, down, good, okay, bad. Just let me know how you're feeling. Just give me a little indication, thumbs up, sideways, down, okay, good, good. Okay, some sideways, some ups, that's good. So lift up into the chest. Spread the fingers, spread the palms. Stretch your arms out in front, interlock the fingers right into the webbing of the hands and turn the palms all the way out. And then raise your arms over your head. Baddha. Keeping the legs firmly activated. And then release your arms, swap the interlock of your fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then raise your arms over your head. And then gently release your hands and then stretch your arms up, stretch your arms down to the floor. And then come down onto the floor in supta, baddha. So bring the back down onto the floor, pull your knees in towards the seat bones. Bring your hands onto your lower ribs so that you can feel the expansion and the relaxation of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Acknowledge the abdomen's role in the breath as well. So as you inhale, the diaphragm flattens and draws downwards, and to accommodate that, the abdomen rises upwards, drawing away from the spine, giving the diaphragm and the other organs space. As you exhale, the abdomen typically draws down towards the spine or in towards the spine. Again, that action in itself, supporting the diaphragm, bringing the organs and the abdomen back in place, so that the diaphragm has got a support, kind of a base of support to lift up. So the abdomen has an important role in the breathing process as well. So try breathing down into the abdominal region. So rather than breathing from the top, bottom of the lungs to the top, try and draw the inhalation from the top of the lungs down into the abdomen, into the belly button, into the navel region. And draw the abdomen or the navel consciously towards the spine with the exhalation. So being conscious of the samanic breath. Breathing down into the abdomen. Just listening to the sound of the breath. If there's stiffness in your hips, then you can put blocks underneath your thighs just to support the outsides of the thighs, to support the hips a little if you need it. Otherwise, just observing the breath, drawing the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Raise your arms to the ceiling. Either interlock the fingers or hook the thumbs together like you're doing a little silhouette of a butterfly. And then extend your arms along the floor. If there's stiffness in your shoulders, then have a block or a folded blanket or whatever you need underneath your hands to support the shoulders. But keep your focus on drawing the breath in through the nose and into the abdominal region. So the samanic breath is an energetic breath. It makes our body conscious of our energy. So feeling the abdomen with the in-breath, drawing the abdomen towards the spine with the out-breath. Swap the interlock of your fingers or the interlock of your thumbs if you're doing the butterfly version. Just keep extending your arms away. Feeling the abdomen with the inhalation. Allowing the out breath to be as controlled by the abdomen as the diaphragm. Lengthening your arms away just to really energize the upper body. And then gently release your arms, just rest your hands on your lower ribs. Draw your knees towards each other. Have the knees together and the feet apart for a moment or two. And then just rest into the floor. Just continuing to breathe into the abdomen. Okay, and then draw your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. And then just rock yourself up into a seated position. And then just come into cross legs. So half padmasana or swastikasana. Or you could do full padmasana if that is comfortable. I prefer half padmasana for this. So hold onto your knees. Lift up into the heart area, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Just close your eyes for a moment. And continue to draw your inhalation down into the abdomen. Control the out breath by drawing the abdomen towards the spine. Draw your chin forwards and down to make contact with the chest. Jalandhara bandha. And raise the anal sphincter up towards the diaphragm region for mula bandha. And then just continue that samanic breath, breathing in and down into the abdomen. Allowing the abdomen to bulge with the inhalation, draw itself towards the spine with the exhalation. Holding Jalandhara bandha and mula bandha. release Mula Bandha, release Jalandhara Bandha, and then lift up into the chest, elevating the heart area upwards. Just stretch your legs out in front and adjust the buttock flesh. Just feel that you can find levelness at the seat bones. Bring your hands to the sides of the body. Have the big toes touching, turning the thighs inwards, lifting up into the chest. So if you struggle to lift, then you can sit on a folded blanket or on a block, lifting up into the chest. And then keep your right leg straight and then bend the left leg so that you're almost like you're doing vrksasana again. So try not to disturb the hips. Feel that the hips are still level. Adjust if they're not. Drawing the foot into the thigh. If this knee is kind of floating in the air like this, then you need to give it some support. Just put a block underneath the head of the kneecap, just so that that leg is supported. And then grab a belt and then throw the belt around your foot. And then push the foot firmly into the belt and lift up into the heart area, maintaining that samanic breath, breathing into the abdomen. So rotate the chest to face the straight leg. Rotate the leg, that front leg inwards from the little toe side to the big toe side, from the outer knee to the inner knee. So rotating the chest towards the leg, working with the samanic breath. So if there's any reason you're avoiding forward bending today, then just stay at this stage, just working with the breath. If there's any problem with your back, then stay at that first stage, but otherwise, just a little at a time, come forward, lifting the heart area, maintaining that samanic breath. Coming forwards on an exhalation. So if you can reach the foot, then reach around the foot, take the fingers and the thumbs around the underside of the foot. Keep reaching forwards. If you can reach beyond the foot, then do keep that straight leg really firmly activated in Tadasana. Keep breathing into the samanic region, into the abdomen, and coming forwards on an out breath. Keep coming forwards a little at a time. When your chest is in contact with the leg, then you can bring the head down, chin down to meet or forehead rather, down to meet the shin, but don't drop the head if you're not ready to go down. Keep the samanic breath. So whichever stage of the pose you are at the moment, continue the samanic breath. And then lift your head and then come back to the center, lifting up into the chest. Just feel the quietness that's associated with coming out of a forward bend. And then straighten out the left leg and just hook both feet into the belt for a moment. And then just use the belt to maximize the amount that you're able to roll onto the front edge of the seat bones. Breathing into the abdomen. And then just cross the ends of the belt and it will stay in position, and then get hold of the back of the right knee, and then without disturbing the seat bones, bring the foot towards the inner upper thigh of the left leg. Again, if that knee is floating up in the air, then put some support for that knee, for the head of the knee, using a block. Hold onto the belt again, re-tadasanize the legs, and reorientate yourself in relation to the straight leg, because the abdomen probably wants to face the mid between the two knees. So draw the abdomen across to face the straight leg. Samanic breathing, either stay at this stage if you've got a bad back or a reason why you don't want to come forwards this morning. And with the out breath, come forward, but keeping the chest lifted, keeping the heart area lifted, keeping that straight leg activated. Come forwards on the exhalation, keeping the straight leg deeply activated, keeping the breath activated. Just coming forwards incrementally, just reaching down. And when your chest is in contact with the leg, then you can perhaps draw the head down, but not before you're ready. Breathing down into the abdomen. And then come back to the centre, and then just straighten out both legs, just again using the belt around the feet and lifting up into the chest. Just observing the quietness that comes with coming out of a forward bend. And then bring the legs into the swastikasana, or into half padmasana. So hold onto your knees, lifting up into the heart area. Breathing into the abdomen, and with the exhalation, turn into the right, breathing in energy, and exhale power. And then come back to the centre, hold onto your knees, lift up into your chest. And then turn to the right side. Sorry, the left, just the other way, just turn the other way. And then gently come back to the centre. Come down onto your back, and we're just going to go back into supta baddha konasana. So just directly on the floor, pulling the feet in towards the seat bones. Just bringing your body down to the floor, holding onto your lower ribs. And then continue to focus on the samanic breath, breathing into the abdomen. Just permitting the abdomen to raise up and outwards. Yoga breath should never be restricted. So the samanic breath is a really powerful one. It helps us to connect with our energy. So it's a useful practice when the body and the mind is feeling a little tired. Okay, draw your knees together and then draw your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock, just a gentle rock on the spine. And then rock yourself up into a seated position. Just get a folded blanket, just evenly folded or underneath your head. And then just align yourself right down the centre of your mat. Make sure you're in a good straight line. Have the blanket underneath the back of your neck and your head. Just move any equipment that's in your way out of the way. Have your arms out to the sides of the body a little, just so you've got space in the armpits. And then allow the body to completely relax, just normal breathing. Unhook the muscles of the arms and the legs. Allow the body to become heavy on the floor. Just allow the body to release into the ground. Breathe into the toes and into the fingertips and up into the top of the head. Just distributing the positive energy of the breath into every pore of the skin and every muscle and bone. And then when you're ready to disturb yourself, just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, just bring yourself back into this pose of Shavasana. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then gently roll over onto your right side. Stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into seated position, just across legs with the hands in the masti. Just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. A final samanic breath, just being conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the twists and the inversions bring to the body and to the mind, bringing the chin down to meet the chest. Be conscious of the energy that you released around the heart area. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you've just woken yourself up a little, you've given yourself some good energy around the entire body, and you're ready to